why Final Fantasy Pixel Remasters are only on Steam and mobile. This is a theory. So I kind of went into a tirade about this because these are the kind of games that I would want to buy the collection on Switch. You know what I mean? And when I saw that they were only on Steam, actually, not just me, a lot of people. If you go to look at the release trailer for this game, it has a lot of thumbs down. And there's a lot of people like, why isn't it on console? Why isn't, you know what I mean? Like all the comments are like, why isn't it on Switch? Why isn't it on this? And so uh, Kirsten Carey from Screen Rant wrote this article, which actually makes sense. So
Let's hear it.
yeah,
I'm actually interested.
if you look here, she brought up some interesting numbers. Okay, so I'm gonna read this. The choice to make the Final Fantasy Pixel Remasters mobile games may only be strange to those of us in the U.S. Final Fantasy, uh, uh, those of us in the U.S. Final Fantasy is a Japanese franchise after all,
Those of
and
us in the us. Say
yeah,
it right.
and Square Enix is a Japanese company, and mobile gaming is huge in Japan. In the first 9 months of 2020, Japan alone counted for 22% of mobile game player spending. Now, that sounds 22% isn't like, like 50% or more, but what she does is break down the amount of people. So, according to Sensor Tower, to use comparative numbers in 2020, 209.5 million American mobile gamers brought in only twice as much revenue as their 32.2 million Japanese counterparts. So they are outspending Americans on mobile games like vastly. Like the amount is like insane, you know what I mean, per capita.
Yes.
According to the DCI, as slightly contradictory side note, uh, Hitman Sniper and Lara Croft Go are both products of Square Enix Europe. So that kind of contradicts the theory that it might just be because Japanese are spending so much. But I think if you just look at those numbers at face value, it does make sense that Square Enix is pushing for more of the mobile market. And here she brings up a good point. Um, their EA presentation also included trailers for high concept mobile games like Hitman Sniper Near Reincarnation and Final Fantasy VII The First Soldier. So it's not just, this is just like a weird one off where they're like, yeah, we're going to make these games for, Steam and mobile. No, we see them pushing in this direction hard with the Final Fantasy game, the Nier game, and the Hitman game. So to me, that argument makes sense. I didn't get it at first because I was like, they're basically like throwing away money, right? But if their main focus is the mobile market revenue that they see from Japan, and they're not willing to put in all the time to port and do quality assurance for consoles, right? Then it makes sense that, okay, because it's, if you think about it, right? If you're porting to mobile, you can easily port that same code to PC, right?
Yes.
The Android game.
Hmm.
So there really is no extra work for them to develop the games for mobile and then do a quick port to Steam, right?
Okay.
But there would be a lot of extra work if they were to say port all of those to Switch, PlayStation, and Xbox because they have all their own software development kits. So they would have to port them into those, and then they would have to run QA on all of them, right? And make quality of life adjustments. So I think that's a sound theory. What do you think?
Yeah. No, it sounds sound.
Yeah,
I agree. It sucks.
it does suck.
but at the same time, it's just kind of weird because 1 through 6 are already on mobile. They're
Yeah.
not even available. They're not even available on consoles. And
Yes.
you know they have been making, I guess, exemptions.
Hmm.
Like look at Collection of Mana. You know, Collection of
Yeah.
Mana's on the Switch. It's on. Is it on PS4 as well? I believe it's on PS4.
Yes. I have it.
And
I
then
actually have it on PS4.
the Collection of Saga, which is only digital. There's no physical for that.
Yeah.
That's also available on the Switch. And Dragon Quest 1 through 3, they released those on the Switch as well. So I don't know. I
It's
mean,
weird, right?
I I want to completely agree with it, but at the same time, Switch is also going gangbusters in Japan. I don't know the numbers. I don't know the numbers.
Yeah, Switch is dominating the console market in Japan.
Yeah, so I mean, why not have that portfolio?
Yeah.
I don't I don't understand excluding consoles. That's all.
Yes.
So I understand wanting to push for mobile, but is the time differential really the breaking factor in
Yeah.
terms of sales?
You know what? I think if you look at the numbers on, like I said, on their face value, you can see from a business standpoint why they did it for the initial launch. But they did not say it will not come out for console later, right?
Yeah, correct.
Okay, so maybe the way they're looking at it is like, hey, we got all these projects. Let's get this up and running, launch it on Steam and mobile. We'll see the feedback, and then we'll decide if we're going to bring it out to console after.
I mean, they still have yet to bring out Chrono Trigger,
Yeah. Yeah,
and
you're right.
that's on mobile and Steam.
Yeah,
So
you're right. So, yeah, I mean, it just it's confusing. like it makes sense, but it doesn't make sense at the same
you
time.
just want to sit down with Square Enix and be
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
shake them.
Yeah, like what are you doing, man?
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
um yeah, just be like this doesn't make sense. Like at least I mean, yeah, it would suck if they only released it on the Switch for like PlayStation and Xbox owners, but um at least at the minimum release it on Switch, you know what I mean? Like but you know what? I did bring up one thing when we were talking is that even if these games come out for Steam and they didn't put in the effort for the Steam port, obviously I don't think they're going to do it. Because they're on Steam and because the modding community is so strong for these games, we're probably going to see all the issues fixed by fans,
Fair.
which is not fair to I mean, dude, these people have jobs. You know what I mean? Like they have jobs and lives. Like why should they fix your games? But at the same time, it's like,
Well, I don't know if you've seen it, but some eagle-eyed fans have already pointed out that the Pixel remasters aren't as high quality as maybe some of the pixels from back in the day, or at
mm-hmm,
least the PSP remakes of Final Fantasy 1 and 2, which are
mm-hmm,
fantastic. They're phenomenal. Um, and I think they lack clarity or depth. I don't know one of the two, but there's
yeah,
someone that actually compared what we've seen in the Pixel remasters from the trailers
mm-hmm.
to what we've had in the past, and even then, like these
It
Pixel
doesn't.
remasters aren't as yeah as much of a step up,
Okay,
or some of them are a step down in some instances, which is
okay,
unfortunate when you get that.
yeah, and also let's talk about the ridiculous price.
Oh yeah, like 70 something
$72.
dollars for all six.
Yeah,
That's
$72.
insane.
That's
That's
insane, man.
insane.
So
Are they
yeah,
charging?
they're
Yeah, I think they're charging $10 for 1 and 2 each, obviously.
yeah, yeah,
Which
and
I can't agree with that.
no. I
Can't
mean,
agree
if
with
I
that.
want to play it, I'll just play it on my PlayStation. I have
No,
the.
don't. That's literally the worst way to play it.
Oh,
I'm
it is.
telling you, yeah, play it on the PlayStation Portable. The PlayStation Portable, or at least if you want to on the Game Boy Advance.
Okay.
Dawn of Souls was pretty cool. That's actually the first time I played it. But then I played it again on the PSP. The PSP is the way to go. Not gonna lie.
Okay. All right. So yeah, I'm needless to say, I'm not gonna get it. So I'm gonna wait and see if they like wisen up and release it on Switch. Um, and so yeah, we'll see. But it would be so neat to have all six of those games on a Switch cartridge. You know what I mean?
Oh, definitely. Like when
Yeah.
I saw Dragon Quest 1, 2, and 3 available on the cartridge, but only in Asia,
Hmm.
I had to pick it up.
Yeah.
I had
Yeah.
to. And
Did you order it from PlayAsia?
correct.
Okay.
Correct. So I love that. And I love that they're remaking 1, 2, and 3 via or is it just 3? I forget.
Hmm.
The 2D HD remakes, a
Hmm.
la Octopath Traveler style.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. That's pretty
Super
cool.
sick. Yeah, I'm like if they could do that with the Final Fantasies, that'd be tight.
Yeah, that would
Um,
actually be pretty awesome.
but yeah, no. I lament their decisions and hope they make better choices in the future.
Yes. Yeah.
Or
And
at least as a fan of consoles over here in the US.
yeah, yeah. No, I fully agree, man.